Hello. Hopefully everyone is doing good. We just gotta pop up the chat here, of course, for DLive and Twitch, which shouldn't take a moment or two, and then we will get on with stuff. That is just a drawing I did the other day, Monday. We're going to be doing some coloring here in a bit, I think, for my various other characters. This is not my character, this is, I think, Erodimus Flash's character. Not 100% sure. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, let's color my init character. Oh no. He's gonna be done elsewhere. Okay, so let's do my Diesel character. Let's actually hey, who is that? This is my character Diesel. He's a trucker smuggler. I'm just separating the colors, and then I'm going to probably shade. I'm going to actually redo the skin tone. He'd be the easiest for me to recreate. I've actually got some fairly easy ones to recreate. I would say anyways. Okay, so we're just gonna hide the colors that we've gotten off of him so far. That way we know which colors that we've taken out. Control Z. Missed one little spot of this brown right there. So Control X, Control V. Okay, so hide that. To this gray. Ah, great, these boots down here didn't get done completely. Control X, Control V. Okay. Doot, 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 doot. Control X, Control V. Okay, so I think I want. Oh. I keep on missing the high noon intros. Okay, so we're gonna get that gone, and we want to merge the two visible layers. There we go. So now that looks right. Okay, so we can take that out for now. I've got to come down to here, grab that, that. I think the barrels are the same colors. Oh, it probably shouldn't be because the barrels are probably going to be metallic. So you know what, maybe I will not do the barrels on the same level as these hoses, as they're probably not going to be metallic. Control X, Control V, and the barrels. And of course, I've got to do some minor corrections. Control X, Control V. Well, I guess it helps when I'm on the right layer trying to select stuff. What's up? Hey, Curious Comics, how are you? Not much. I'm just in the middle of separating some colors on this one that I did, a drawing I did a long time ago. I will admit, not one of my best drawings, but one of the better drawings for this character. And I don't feel like drawing him up right now, so there we go. Control X, Control V. And what is up with yourself? How are you doing today? At work, so limited to chat. Yeah, no problem, I understand. Okay, Control X, Control V, let's see. Oh. I hate when I'm going in and out and it does that. Oh, it helps when you're on the right layer doing things. Okay, Control X, Control V. So we want 7. I gotta hide that so we can. I am a Christian who loves to write fiction and comics. Good to see a brothers making comics. Yes, and the great thing too is they are supposed to be Christian comics. I do have one out, which is available to purchase on my website, which is crosscomics.ca. Okay, now the big question is, will these blacks... Oh, well, let's get the D first. Will these blocks be able to separate? Yeah, it should be. And I have an Indiegogo going on right now, which is a crowdfunding thing, for a coloring book for my characters. Yeah, the link should be in the description. Let me look. I think it should be the second link from the top. Yeah. There's my Indiegogo project for the coloring book and then thing. Ignore the Parlor at the moment. I should replace that with Minds here. Since Parlor is not quite up and running at the moment. There we go. Okay, so it looks like if I cut that, yeah. Control Z. Oh, I know what technique to use. Hopefully this works. We'll see. Let's go shrink selected area. By one. No, we want 0.1. And let's see what. Okay. Let's try that again. Since it did not seem to have the desired effect. Another Christian cartoonist. I'm not sure. I don't know all about Curious Comics. Curious, do you have a... I think you have a what you can call it, a Twitter. Timothy, I believe, sort of introduced this the other day. How many of us are there? If you go looking on Facebook, you can find quite a few. And then there's some that actually not necessarily do Christian materials. Like there are some that have worked for DC and Marvel. that have been Christians that don't really do Christian stuff per se. They themselves are Christians, but okay, so I'm gonna go Control X. See what that looks like. Okay, that looks good. Control V. Before you, I didn't think Christianity cartooning mixed. Okay. Um, I'm going to ask the probably obvious question. Why? Well, actually, I want to take all these away, take all the color out here. Because I don't want this thing to... And yeah, there's some that are probably more rigid than me in their beliefs, and there's some not so rigid as me. Too. Convert opacity to brightness. There we go. But I will admit there's not a lot of Christians who are cartoonists, illustrators, whatever you want to call the people that do stuff like superhero stuff, that do actual Christian-based stuff. I knew only extremely rigid ones. Okay, so take a selection from layer. Yeah. I can believe that. Unfortunately, I would say, unfortunately, a lot of Christians, they forget that we need to show love first. And that is how you're going to win somebody, with love. You might have heard of a guy named Fred Phelps. You're not going to win anybody by doing what he does, or what he did, since he is dead now. Who is John Galt? I don't know. Why? Or do you mean, I said Fred Phelps. But he was a guy. He has a church somewhere in the States, or had a church somewhere in the States. And he would go. I think his church still exists, but I'm not sure what they're doing nowadays. But they go around and go to funerals of gay people and say all about the going to hell and all that. Well, anybody that didn't know Christ, well, from a born again Christian, which I am, point of view, anybody that doesn't know Christ is going to hell. So going to funerals and doing that just isn't right. You gotta show people love. I'm currently working on the samurai book and a zombie book. Cool. Going to launch the samurai book before spring. Cool. Are you going to be putting it on Indiegogo or anything like that? Curious? And when you do, Indiegogo, of course. When you do, let me know. We'll have you on, and we'll go over the project and promote it for you. I can't promise anybody will buy. I can just promise, I don't like. We gotta start somewhere. Marketing is key. Cool. Yeah. Let's see. Not liking this blue, how it's looking. Maybe that'll be better. Who is this? This is my character Diesel. Let's see. And I think his bio is actually on my thing. I have 7 characters that I'm planning on bringing out. Of course, the first one's already out. And hopefully I'm going to be doing a second Indiegogo or a second crowdfunding before the year is up with, well, he's not going to be in that book. My character, the Canadian Shield, doing number 2. Diesel. No, his history's not there, just a little bit of his information. Unfortunately, I wrote some bios a long time ago for a lot of these characters, and then I lost them, so I have to redo a bunch of them. Right now, I'm just getting the pictures up, getting some of the pictures up, making them look a little bit more dynamic. Can you give me a synopsis of the story? Well, I'm not sure what got him into trucking. He became a trucker. I believe he owns his own trucking company. But he smuggles stuff. He has stuff in his, hidden compartments and all that sort of thing to smuggle or whatever. Might be his main employer is a character of mine called Cornerstone, or I shouldn't say employer, but it's one that he does a lot of smuggling for, and did at first. Well, maybe not at first, but she ends up sort of putting him on retainer, or Cornerstone ends up putting him on retainer. He first appears in the Flame. My character in the Flame. That should say the Flame number 7, and I have actually written that script. He's single. The little bit of hair that he does have grows in brown, but he tries to keep it shaved most of the time. Eyes brown, 200 pounds, 5'11". He's a bad guy, obviously. I'm not liking how the shading is coming out on this guy at all. I'm not sure how often you're going to see him in the stories. In my quote-unquote first year and a half of issues that I've semi-planned out, he only has this one appearance. So what happened last night's stream, Rick? What do you mean, Eagle? Derpy pastry? I'm not sure what you mean by derpy pastry. Rebellious. Did anything happen I didn't watch? I'm not sure. How much did you watch? Oh, I mean drunken pastry. And Metal was on as well. Oh, last night fun? No. Well, at least part of it was, just not all of it. I end up having to do something that I don't like having to do, and that's time somebody out. And take a wrench off somebody I just gave one to. Although, he's had one in the past, but... was I the one? No. Definitely not pastry. You have been given a wrench a few times for a few minutes, and it's always been clear that it was going to be a few minutes. Or I think it's always been clear that it was going to be a few minutes. Long enough to put out your links. Which I don't think you mind one way or another. I could be wrong. Oh, that looks a little better. Maybe it was because I was using the hard and not the soft for the... Yeah, Rick, when will Canada invade? I have no idea. Actually, I do. When we're fully enveloped by China. Which hopefully will never happen. Hopefully we can, in our next election, get rid of the idiot Prime Minister that we have. And hopefully he's not replaced by somebody just as incompetent. Which, what would normally be our version of your conservative, your Republican Party, are all showing to be incompetent. Or at least the leaders. Hey, Lorenzo. How are you? What? That's supposed to be on the top. Oh, Trump is a lot better than Justin Trudeau. Trust me. You guys had it good under, in my opinion, you guys had it good under Trump. Biden is already costing you guys more jobs down there and stuff like that. Well, your country probably only has one party also. No. Our country is supposed to have more than one party. Our country is supposed to have 3 or 4 parties or more. Trump has not started one single riot. The Democrats are trying to make it seem like he had something to do with the Capitol Hill thing, but he said peacefully protest. But maybe we shouldn't go down that rabbit hole. Actually, Biden's first day in office, he killed jobs here in Canada and in the States with canceling the XL pipeline. I reckon you need to start making propaganda. No. Propaganda. Lorenzo, can you time me out? I don't want time me out. I don't want to delete my comments. Now, a lot of Americans aren't even allowed to work, and Trump can push for workers to continue to get paid like they did in other nations. I would, but not for all yes sides. I have no idea what you mean, pastry. Propaganda. I would, but not for your. Oh, yeah. He'd create propaganda comic book, not for our side. Well, the thing is, neither side should be creating propaganda stuff. Both sides should just tell the truth and not be afraid of the truth or discussions or however you want to say it. And then, well, I might have to come away to disagree. I'm going to try and get disciplined on Twitter this weekend. Rick, I'll tag you. Many countries are compensating workers who are not allowed to work, paying them a percentage of their wages. Here in America, workers are left to starve to death. Hey, Flat! Yeah, but Lorenzo, that's partly the Democrats' fault too, from what I know. Especially Nancy Pelosi, she was holding them up a lot. Oh, and the stimulus bills. And even here in Canada, they're not doing any of the stimulus stuff. It's not enough for people to live on, pay their bills. Companies are still going out of business, especially restaurants. People, and people I know here are getting fined for the stupidest things, and not cheap fines. You know, these fines, most of them begin around $900. AOC sucks though. Well, we can agree on that, Rebellious. Hey, Space, how are you? I don't think AOC would know the truth or reality if it slapped her in the face. Not that I want to see her slapped in the face. What are you tagging him, big guy? Trump wouldn't. Actually, Trump would. Trump's very smart. He's a very accomplished businessman. And there's reasons why, Rebellious. Here's one thing. Did you know that all his time in office, he did not take the salary that the president was allowed? He gave it to charity. Trump played the media most of the time. Getting them to react. Because he knew they would. Andrew Yang and Tulsi Gabbard are more populist on the side of the Democrat Party, yet Nancy Pelosi is an establishment corporation Democrat. actually, probably manipulative. So, yeah, he can be. That's part of the business side of him. I've recently trying to get to know Trump a little better because it's hard for any of us to know somebody just by tweets or whatever. I recently watched The Apprentice from season 1 to about season 12. If you watch that, you can probably get to know him better as a person. Not completely, but before I watched that, I thought the whole firing thing, I wasn't a big fan of his. Well, there's the one thing about Trump, he can't be bought, though. And I knew that 4 years ago, he wouldn't be able to be bought by pharmaceutical companies and all sort of stuff like that buy different votes. And actually, a lot of politics is manipulative. Trump advocated a lot of populist policies the first time he ran for office. Sadly, many of his advisors and cabinet members were status quo corporatist Republicans. Says Lorenzo. America essentially has one party, the corporate party that serves Wall Street. The populists are in the minority. But I remember just over 4 years ago, everybody was afraid Trump, would go off so easy and hit that button. And I watched The Apprentice, and I knew from that he would have never pressed that button. Why can't you time me out, Lorenzo? Because he knows it's not the right thing to do. Okay, so let's grab up selection from layer. Let's grab that color. Select that layer. I lose my range, says Lorenzo. See, Lorenzo's smart. But anyways, maybe we should get on to some other topic other than Trump and politics. Anybody know what the tea's like in England? I had to take a friend's wrench the other day because he started an argument, then started shadow banning people who disagreed with him. Not good, not good. I hope you were nice enough to warn him first. No. We can get the we can get buy British tea here in the United States. Let's see. Now I gotta figure out what I've done here and what I haven't. Oh, correct. Rick, is someone moving oil drums at your house? What's going on there, big guy? Well, I think outside, you know the big garbage trucks that have the spikes on them and lift, whatchamacallit? The bins of garbage into the back. I think that's what's happening. There's an apartment building next to mine, and they do that, and then they do mine, or the apartment building I live in. So I think that's what's happening there, Flit. Canadian garbage day. No. Just Wentworth Street South. Well, probably a few other places. And actually, well, they probably do come on certain, I'm not sure whether they come on certain days here or just when they're called when the garbage bin is full. And see, there, it's over. Rick, did you ever watch the movie Soylent Green? The garbage trucks in the movie had scoops that would scoop people up. No, I don't think I ever did. Tell me about every unique soda Canada may have. I have no idea of all of them. I wish I did. I'd like to try a lot of them. Rick, have you ever watched Invasion USA? No. It's Star Charlton Heston. Okay then, what's the best root beer in Canada? Well, that would probably be a matter of opinion. Of course, there's the various store no names. There's A&W. There used to be Hires. I think Hires is still around. And then there's Barks. And they say Barks has bite because apparently it actually has caffeine in where other root beers don't. But a lot of people say A&W is the best. I think I always liked Hires a little better than A&W. Although Hires was made by Pepsi and made it back. Been listening while working. Politics and religion are my favorite topics. Well, as long as people can just discuss them without getting, shall we say, nasty, I guess is the best way to put it. I don't mind talking about them. But also, I don't usually like talking about them for long on here because I don't want things to get nasty or things to be taken the wrong way or however you want to say it. I try and keep this environment as drama-free as possible. As some people will know from last night. Some drama tried to emerge in the chat. I quickly, I'd say, stomped it out. Charlton Heston was controversy. He started Moses in the biblical movie and 10 Commandments. I missed last. Well, some of you may or may not know, Todd and Timothy have been beefing since Todd was on here sharing about his woes of what happened with him with Mike Barron, or what's happening with him with Mike Barron. I think something was taken wrongly that Timothy said in that chat. It was meant to be supportive. I don't think so, Lorenzo. But Todd took it the wrong way, and since then they've been beefing, and Todd came into the chat, tried to start some stuff with Timothy because of stuff that's going on Twitter with those two, or Facebook, or both. I don't know. I don't really want to know. And I basically said, quit it. And it wasn't over quite that fast. It went on for about another 5 minutes. And that's where I'm going to end that. If you want any more, you can go listen to last night's stream. You might not be able to read some comments that were said because they were deleted. Todd was supposed to be the main artist on the book. He has 50% interest, Lorenzo, but he's supposed to own it, half and half, but Mike Barron and I guess his accountant or whoever he is, I don't know, sort of kicked him off the project. That's a basics of what I know. I don't know all the details. It's, as you know me, I try and stay away from the dramas for as much as possible. You know, Todd was on here. I asked him how things were going. You know, that was, you know, a couple weeks ago or a month ago. No, Todd was just in the chat. Tim, Eagle. They were both just in the chat. But anyways, what are my thoughts on the end of the world? Well, basically, I told both of them to quit it. Todd didn't really want to quit it. I gave him, Timothy accidentally timed him out because he was trying to block it so he couldn't see his things because they just block it so they can't see each other's comments. And he accidentally timed him out. I did not take Timothy's wrench, but at that point I gave Todd a wrench. So, you know, that couldn't happen again accidentally. And then Todd still wanted to go on. And I said, Todd, you stop it or I'm taking your wrench and I'm timing you out. And, well, he didn't. But anyways, yeah, like, yes, privately, not sure anybody would want everybody to know their business, yeah. Hey, Joshua. And I let them both know that they're more than welcome here anytime. But anyways, and the end of the world. Aren't we in that right now with all this COVID nonsense? Speaking of troublemakers. Same here, Lorenzo. I like both of them. But, like I said, I don't want chat here. I don't think anybody wants to see that. In my chat. Rick, why didn't your wrenches break up the fight? Timothy was one of the wrenches. And Todd became one of the wrenches. Where was Metal, Lorenzo, Elric? Well, I don't know where Lorenzo or Elric were. But Metal was on stream with me when it happened. Oh, I tried to, Lorenzo. Flip's like, what the hell, Rick? Is someone that you're a person in the room? How is that surprising, Flit, that I'd be the most mature person in the room? I was like likely hosting a variety show. True, true. Rick, why do people who don't even watch this show have a ranch? Like who? Lorenzo watches, not as often as he used to, but he does watch. I've been writing a Christian zombie comic book. I know, an oxymoron. It's a play on some events from the Book of Revelations. Yeah, I could see that. Well, maybe not quite The Walking Dead, but I could see close to it. When the creatures sting and people seek death but can't find it, and like they can jump off of mountaintops and stuff like that, and death will flee from them. Curious? I'm going to start my own show, Rick. That might mean you need a mic, Eagle. I'm going to call it high noon. I don't need a mic. You should just stream Snipe Rick show. Nice. Take it on. No, are you talking to Eagle or me? Curious about the Take It On. I don't need a mic. You. Oh no! I was just. I was just saying your idea. 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 I was just say that would fit could fit zombies in the in the tribulation, shall we say? Good eye flip. We'll have a real chat. We can time each other out. Nice take on Revelation. It sounds good. We all watch Rick's show, but we chat in Eagles chat. Now, of course, that doesn't necessarily last the whole book of thing. Mine is different. It has to do with Falling Star. Rick will probably report my channel after the second. Would I do that, Eagle? No, he doesn't. They're joking around at the moment, anyways. That's why you have a bunch of GIFs on screen to make it transformative. But I also have a Discord for anybody that does not know. And Saturdays and Sundays I have a movie night at 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. You would report me as soon as you dropped in viewers. You would report me. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't do such a nasty, mean thing. Okay, so this has taken me a little bit longer than I intended. Okay, so we need to... Then we would feud. No! I could just always stop high noon. I'm back. Oh, good. I hope we didn't scare you away, Rebellious. For a bit. Okay, let's see. Oh, there's no color in there. What are we doing? I had to report you for copyrighting my video. Copyrighting I'd report you for copyrighting my videos. How would that work if I wasn't streaming? I was just taking a break. Okay. Okay, we're going to redo this. I'll probably still... you have plenty of past streams. True. Yeah, but then you wouldn't be Steam sniping me. You'd just be showing some of my past content. We would call it cross comments in review. Pastry. Past streams. Yeah, Rebellious, you do realize I've been doing this for about 3 years? And pretty much all my videos are still up on YouTube? I thought you said my name. Would it be... Oh, no. Would it be considered a crossover event? I'll see myself out. Oh, that was a good one, Flit. No need to see yourself out. Hey, Joshua. YouTube hates live streamers. I'm beginning to think that, Joshua. Okay, let's see. What color are his eyes? Oh, let me bring up his profile on. Brown eyes. Which character should I draw next? Of mine? Or in general? There's a ginger emoji. Guess not. Well, I'll see Joshua Hughes. But has anyone seen Joshua's shoes? Joshua will be my co-host. Whatever's gonna get me lots of likes and remind. I need that sweet dopamine. Are you talking over on thing? Well, I am over 100 followers on mine, subscribers. For anybody that would like to follow me on mine, there is a link in the description. few minutes of scrolling later, it seems like you've been cracking down on all alt accounts. Yeah, Lit says I'm only at 82. Starts crying. Well, you got to remember, did Joshua transition into a woman? Flint, you also got to remember, I'm posting like a minimum of twice, probably 3 times a day there. I have 121 on Minds or Twitter. Rebellious, are you on Minds? Oh, YouTube. Oh, we were talking Minds. But that's good too. That's just possible. Well, I know which one I was going to color and I didn't. Leo from yesterday. The craziness of Rick of the Cross Comics chat. Okay, well, I think that's good enough for now. Uh, Rick, you rank the hatred of the chat from Rick, rate your hatred of the chat from 1 to 5. Is 1 completely hate, or hate not at all? Five is hate. Okay, then a 1. I don't hate yous at all. I love yous all. Laba laba laba. Alaba masaba banama baba baba banama banana banana nana rama. Has anybody had any spiritual experiences of the evil kind? No. Rick, rank your daily anger to the chat. And what's the scale? Things are funnier with metal. Rick, are you having the extraordinary wellness check? I feel lights in the sky. Yeah, I gotta get some people on here. I meant to put out a link for some people to come on. But of course I forgot. Rick, rank your Brandons. I've only had one Brandon. found your first video. Hurts to watch. Yeah. I think Joshua's PD BBT is acting up today. Do you need a wellness check? Have you seen all my stuff yet? Not all of it. I will try and get to the rest of it over the weekend. Scale. Joshua is the best person in the chat today. Hold on while I Google that. Will you Google what? Are you going to get all googly-eyed, Joshua? I'll have to circle back. Rebellious, link your best baking episode. There's more coming. There's always more episodes coming. Or more videos. Rebellious? I know that. Trust me, I know that. You don't know much stuff. It's not a baking channel, I feel like to. It can't be better than Kay's cooking. Oh, that, duh, oh, I don't know. Well, Apple sells iPhones, so. Apple. But those phones then seem to be the apple of somebody's eye. Although they started out more with computers too, Rebellious. So that's even worse, I think. I hate it when it goes onto a different. I was expecting a rebellious form of baking. Yeah, somehow I don't believe that. Joshua. Rick, do you have a brush for fire? Yes, I do. Actually, I got several different brushes for fire. I have, of course, the one that you just saw. Although I don't really like this one. There is this one. So I have this one. Bean breaking people's bean breaking Flip figured it out. Now there's that brush too, which I can do a little bit of color manipulation with. Got this one too. Okay, that's not a flame brush. This one. I guess it's time to delete this account. Rick, do you ever use tone layers to unify your colors? That would probably be a no, because I don't even know what that is. And then I've got this one too. Let's see. I just learned about it. It's kind of cool. Okay, so what is it exactly, Flit? Save as. Okay, so let's see. Hello, Cliff Marshall. How are you? Let that ego, guys. Ah, there we go. Give me a wrench and I can time it. I don't know how to explain it. It's just layers that give a whole piece of a unified tone and temperature depending on what color you use for the tone layer. Okay, where is this tool? Just maybe let me know that, and let me try and experiment with it quickly, of course. Unless you want to come on and say stuff. Oh, one. Can I have a wrench to time out the index? No, you cannot. There'll only be timing of people out for real reasons. And good reasons. Can I have a wrench? Basically, you create a layer over the colors, change the blending mode to line burn, and then the opacity to 10%, and then fill the layer with the color depending on the temperature you want. Okay. I think I get that, what you're saying. Okay, so let's say, for instance, the shorts that I was just working on. We'll say we'll select them. So I create a new layer, switch it to line burn, linear burn. Linear burn. Well, oh, blending. blending mode to linear burn. Adjust the opacity to 10. So like, if you like a blue tone or a tone, you can also use a gradient from purple to yellow to white. Let's go down to 14 here. Let's put that down to, yeah, you gotta, okay, so what happens if we put that up to, okay, there's not much difference between 100 and 10. Now I'm doing that on the lasso fill. I guess you can put that for any brush. Although that doesn't have opacity there. Does it? The top tone will be all the colors of the layers. Well, there's only 2 layers there, so there's this one, but if I put it above here, let's turn it off for a second. Turn that on. We'll take that, make it a bit darker. Put that on 12. So we're going to say this whole area here is this. Now if we put oh, that's just, let's see. Okay, that I gotta be doing something wrong here, Flit, because let's put, unless you went over here, linear burn, and then put this at, yeah, I think. Although with that, we're not at 10%, not really seeing an effect. I have to go up to 25, 30 to see some sort of effect. Or maybe 20. Just to be clear, it's a single fill layer that goes over the entire picture. Okay, so you're saying it should be up top, above everything. So you're saying it should be I should. You're saying I should fill everything. There's my fill. It's meant to be subtle. Yeah. The moment it's so subtle, I don't even notice a difference at 10 above everything except for the line. Okay. Well, let's try a different color. See whether. Oh, that I saw an effect here. Let's try a real dark blue. Okay, so let's see. Can we go here, then here, and yeah. Seeing a little bit there. Or you say a gradient. So let's see what a gradient looks like at that. Yeah, it's not really a big deal. I just thought tone layers were cool. I wondered if you ever used them. Well, I must admit I am just really getting into. I've colored stuff all along, obviously, but a lot of stuff. But just. Ooh, yeah, you can really see a difference when you do something like that. Yeah, I think the tone layers are supposed to intensify colors. Whoa, that's way. Control Z. Look. That did not want to do that on that layer. Yeah, that properly. Control. Okay, let's undo that then. Let's put that to linear burn. I'll bring it down to yeah. Are trolls good or bad? Some of them are good and some of them are bad, Rebellious. Yeah, it's definitely an interesting technique. I'll say that. What? Trolls are evil. Anyways, it is, of course, the time again. We are on tonight. We are playing Red Dead Redemption online. It is a gaming night, as Fridays are. So hopefully you will be able to join us and watch. If you actually have the game and want to play with us, let me know. You can either play online with us, or you can just, well, play online being on the panel, or play online just not being on the panel. So we will, or you can just come and watch too. That is good too. So we'll catch you all later. Bye for now. God bless. Love you all. Have a great and wonderful day.